We're here at Mobile World Congress Los Angeles, and I'm in the Amdocs booth. Parag from Amdocs is joining us, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So the first thing we want to talk about is the challenges that service providers are facing in this initial stage of 5G deployment. So it's a bit of a transition. So what sort of challenges are they running into?
You know, what we're seeing in the industry with all our carriers and operators today is that they're all heavily focused on rolling out 5G. And with the advent of the new radios that are coming out, having to touch every cell site, leveraging millimeter wave spectrum, there's a lot of work and effort involved in rolling out and deploying these networks. They're getting more denser, they're getting more complicated, and it's causing a lot of issues in terms of how fast they can deploy and roll out.
Yeah, I think complicated is a great way to say it, because it's twofold problem. There's not just more radios, broadcasting more spectrum, more signal, trying to reach more people, but also an awful lot of bandwidth going through these devices.
A lot of bandwidth, and then the whole network is going to transform over time. And it places a lot of strain on the way the operators have to look at their business and run it. And try to meet the commitments of me as a customer who want 5G as fast as possible.
So where does Amdocs fit into this, and how are you helping carriers recognize and address the challenge?
We've tried to focus on redefining the way operators are rolling out 5G. I think the process is, what we found is that the way people implement networks have been kind of steady state, I would say, over the last few years. And what we want to do is bring our software-driven AI approach to redefine the way they roll out networks and try to do things better, faster, and cheaper, and help them leverage the full capabilities of our investments in software and tooling to create a new way to get things to market faster.
Can you maybe drill down just a bit? What's an example of like how your platform sort of gets them to market more quickly?
We've invented some platform we call FAST, and our FAST tool is to work with the tower crews who are always in short supply, to give them a better way to troubleshoot, manage, and see the status of the cell sites. And with our FAST app, we found that the tower crews spend a lot less time on site to be able to roll out the network. And obviously, within those crews being in short supply, we want them doing their role and then getting out as fast as possible.
Yeah, that's a great example, because you're not only addressing the crew shortage, the labor shortage, but you're also addressing the fact that they have to do more radios. They have to reach more places more often. So that's an excellent example. It occurs to me too that this could be this whole solution could be something that's used in other areas. Do you find that this is applicable to other companies or maybe other industries?
What we're seeing is the advent of the release of CBRS. When the FCC released the CBRS spectrum, we found that there's a lot of new enterprises that are looking to maybe leverage private networks to be able to offer services to their internal users or to other customers. And we find that a lot of our planning, design, and rollout services, combined with our spectrum offering with the SaaS, enable these enterprises to have their own networks and come to a one-stop shop where we can help them provision their phones through our eSIM platform, and then get more spectrum that they need through the SaaS.
Okay, that's excellent. So really opening up the market for turning on private networks quickly and efficient.
Absolutely, there's new enterprises coming on board. We met with some companies that were working in the mining fields, for example. So they're with 5G on the horizon and Industry 4.0 coming. We think that this need for private networks is going to be more and more important.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that's an interesting space to get into, and it's certainly both. It's certainly, I guess, excited by the fact that 5G is just on the horizon.
Yeah, I think it ties together, and for us, it ties together everything that we do, from a billing perspective, an OSS fulfillment perspective, as well as a network perspective, where we're helping people to build, implement, and manage their networks.
Okay, Parag, thanks so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's very nice talking to you.